Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Welcome to New Tip Daily. Today I want to talk about being a kid. Being a kid. Wait a minute. My show is about growing up, but how can you when there's all these cool toys to play with? Look at this guy. Wow, he is crazy fun looking. Ooh, dangerous looking too. Look at that. Oof. Oh, ouch. We have so much fun with this guy. Put guys on him, have other ones attack him, have him attack. And then this one I call Elsie. So much fun. Oh, and then look at this one, so sad, but super huggable. So what do I want to talk to you about? Growing up. Have you been told before that what's going on? Wait a minute. Should we grow up all the time? How do we take things seriously? How do we? Well, one of the things that we could do is take things seriously, but let's not forget to have the childhood mentality once in a while to run around and throw things and get crazy and just have fun. Now this guy right here, oof. The reason I call him Elsie is because he's soft or she's soft, whatever it is. But with this one, I love playing with the kids. We call it tag. So we throw it at each other. And if you catch it, everybody has to do 3 push-ups. If it hits you, you have to do 3 jumping jacks. And we run around and we have a blast. You need to have that childlike mentality once in a while. We can gain so much. I'd love to hear in the comments if you have been told, grow up already. And sometimes it's maybe you made a mistake and you goofed up and people they get mad. That's why people are going to scream at you, grow up already. What's wrong with you? And sometimes it's just you made a mistake or you goofed or you were being goofy. And I love throwing this guy around or this girl, whatever you want to call it. We call her Elsie and Elsie the cow. And I throw it at the kids and they throw it back. And so I'm always looking to have fun. Look at Elsie. She's riding this hippo. How much fun can we have? We can take an adventure. We can do all things. And then we get into adulthood. And then the games change. We take them more serious. We stop having fun. And then all the toys, they become different. Like, look at this. This is a weapon. I use this to teach people how to defend themselves or even attack. I have all these cool things that I've gathered from around the world. But let's consider that we become older and the games get more serious. There's more it's more dramatic if you lose. If you win, if you're playing a game and it's who's going to win. Now look at all the sports out there. People all the quarterbacks out there who are professional quarterbacks, all the amateurs. But let's consider the 7-year-old quarterback, right? They're not gonna hit the ball correctly every time. They're gonna have a fun time. They're gonna fool around. And yet, as adults, what we're saying is, you didn't hit that shot. What's wrong with you? Or even the little baseball players out there. And then you have the professional ones too. They started that particular type of professional soccer players. I used to play with a kid who became a professional soccer player. And I got to tell you, his story is a little different. My friend Oscar, we played soccer in the street all the time. Once in a while, we went to the park, but mostly it was on the street. And we were crazy. I mean, literally crazy. So my friend Oscar, he played any and all positions, and he was beyond good, beyond good. Pele, if you remember Pele, um, Beckham, all super amazing player. He actually was drafted by the Cosmos to play indoor soccer. And we were beyond thrilled for this guy because the scouts saw him playing with us. He didn't see any of us as any good. He saw him. And we all saw him. And he was beyond amazing. And so he was drafted. He he was at listen, I think he was 17 when he got drafted to play. And at 17, they gave him a contract for $90,000 for the first season to play. He was playing in the amateurs because they wanted they had to wait for him to be 18 to bring him in. He hated it. He hated it. It no longer was fun. He had no more fun. Do you know he quit? I don't know where Oscar is today, but this young man quit. He stopped having fun. And if you look at some of the athletes nowadays, the professional ones, they're not having fun that much. It's a business for them. It's no longer, I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play. No, now it's, I have to play in order to get paid. So even if you're not a professional player, you should still have fun. You should go out there. This past Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming up, all these different holidays, Hanukkah's coming up. When the family gets together, look at the kids if there's any around and go play with them. Don't just sit there and hobnob with the big adults. Go out. I'm one of the ones. I went to my brother's 60th birthday party. Can I tell you there was a bunch of kids and I'm the only one that went to play with I'm the only one that went and played. I played tag with them. I chased them around. I had a blast. The kids had a blast. They're like, who is this guy? Well, they called me uncle or they called me cousin or whatever it was that I was to them. And some of them were just friends of my nephews and so forth. And they had a great time with me because I never allow the kid in me to be dormant when there's other kids around. Oh my gosh, I love having a great time. Michael, thank you for joining me, buddy. Michael says he is live watching me here. Thank you. But so we need to be that kid. We need to run around and throw things and just be nuts. Sometimes we just can't be so darn serious. We have to be goofy. We have to get egg on our face, if you will. We have to say the wrong things, not in a bad way to hurt people, but just maybe out of context. Be goofy, act like a fool. It's okay. When we take life so serious, we lose the smile. We should be smiling every day. One of the things that my fiance does every day, she laughs and laughs and laughs, and she's always laughing. And I'll come into the room and she'll be watching something or reading something or listening to something, and she's laughing. And I'm like, I am so happy for her. And sometimes she'll come over and she goes, "Take a look at this. It's so funny." And that's why we have a great relationship, because we both understand that we need to be goofballs. I am a super goofball around her, and she expects nothing less. Don't get me wrong, she sees when I'm serious. She sees when I'm doing business, and there's a time and place for everything. But don't lose the time for you to be a kid. You need to be a kid. I mean, look, oh, so sad. Don't be this. Play with this, but don't be this. Don't be sad. Life is too short to be sad. Be happy. Be goofy. Oh, look at that. I got a thing flying around here. Be goofy. It's okay. It's okay to be goofy. It's okay not to grow up entirely. I'm going to tell you, and I told my son the other day, I said, "Marco, you know who I am." He goes, "Yeah, Dad, I know." I said, "You know, I'm a Toys R Us kid." He started laughing. He goes, "Dad, so am I, because you made me into a Toys R Us kid." Alethea, thank you for joining me. Yes, it is so much fun. Put in the comments, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up all the time. I don't want to always be serious. Sometimes I got to be a goofball. I got to laugh. I got to run with the kids. I I love one of the I, this coming Saturday, I'm hosting a birthday party for a kid that I don't even know. They booked the birthday party with one of my facilities, and guess who's going to have more fun than that kid? This kid. I have the kids are like, "Who is this guy?" I have the most fun. Yes, always a Toys R Us kid, Michael. Thank you. And of course, I agree completely. I'm a big kid. Yes, with family and close friends. Absolutely. Hey, guess what? Maybe next time we see each other, we got to be goofy, right? Alethea, Michael, anybody out there, if we meet in person, let's not forget that we need to be goofy. We need to, man, when there's a kid out there, guess what? For my for my birthday, some of the kids gave me a dragon blocks, right? I had to put this thing together, a Lego, uh, a Lego set. It's huge. I think it was 11,000. I'm sorry, 11,000 pieces or something like that. And I started putting it together, and I stopped having fun. You know what I did? I I said, because it was work, right? It was work. I said, "Oh, this is not fun anymore." You know what I did? I incorporated and I said to the kids, "Who wants to help?" And they're like, "Oh, me, me, me." Kids came early, they stayed late. But guess who finished it? My fiance. My fiance. And I said to her, "Oh, look what you're doing." She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Please continue, continue." She had a good time doing it. She enjoyed it. So sometimes there's an activity that maybe we don't want to do. That doesn't mean you can't have other people participate and have them have fun doing it. So remember, be a kid at heart. Don't lose that beautiful, beautiful smile that you have. It is an incredible time to be young at heart. I don't care how old you are. I mean, listen, I love watching older people. I'm talking about people in their 70s and 80s, and they have a blast and they're laughing and they're moving. My fiance's mom was like that. I mean, unfortunately, she passed last Friday, but there were at the funeral, there was images of her. She, in her 60s, she was in a blow up playhouse. She was jumping with the kids. She was having a great, great time. Good morning, Mandy. Thank you for joining me. I got to tell you, she, with her grandson, she used to play soccer with him. It's not something she wanted to do. Uh, thank you. Thank you. So the world will be much better if we showed the kid in us. Yes, Arlethea. Thank you for that. Because I want to share something with you. If we are kids at heart, we have to remember, we have to remember that the important thing about a kid is that they see things with an innocent eye. They hear things with an innocent ear. They speak without concern, without boundaries, without limits. Let's be a kid. I'm not saying say things to hurt people, but sometimes saying something to someone and be honest. You know that old commercial that you see. Hey, um, John, do you think the this dress makes me look fat? And then the husband's like, no. Well, guess what? He say, well, maybe that's not the dress for you, right? We have to understand the right time. Uh, we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but say, hey, you know what? That dress does not look good on you. You should try a different one. So never let the magic and the freedom of our inner child die. Yes, live, live, live. And yes, curiosity is the beautiful things that kids do. Think about this for a second, right? When you see somebody doing something dumb, stop for a second. Don't judge them with your adult mind. Look at them with your childhood eyes and mind, because you still have it. And maybe laugh. Maybe laugh. Have a good time. Have a good time. Somebody does something dumb, you can go, man, that's actually funny. And I do that consistently. You may have seen me at things and whatever, but when I talk to you in private, I'll tell you a funny thing, something that happened and so forth. When you consider your life, how do you want to be remembered? I know that the people who are close to me are going to say, man, he was goofy. The people that don't know me are going to go, he was serious. He had a good head on his shoulders. And the people who get to know this, that's the outsider of you, right? Because when I'm in public, I show a more professional persona. And yeah, I do get goofy here and there. But a lot of people will remember that you changed something in them. You made them feel something. That's what you want to be remembered for, that you made them feel something. So at the funeral, right? We went to a funeral parlor because the young man is running it now went to school and knew the grandson of my future mother-in-law, if you will. So they grew up and he knew her. And he said, man, she was on my side all the time. She would play with me and my friends and Evan is her grandson. And he remembered her as a lively older human, right? And one of the things that he, as the director of this funeral, we all had flowers to put on our coffin. And he said something that we all should do. He said, before you put this flower that you have to say your goodbye to her, before you do that, think of a happy time that you had with her, a moment in time that she put a smile on your face. And think about the love she had for you. Man, that was so powerful. So powerful. So let us be the kid that makes someone else smile, that we put love into their hearts. I want to be that for the people that get to know me. I, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not. Because guess what? Ellen, which is my fiance's mom that just passed, she didn't take any of her possessions with her. Zero. But what she did take to that grave was the love that we all had for her. The laughter that she gave us. Think about that. Think about that. Every day you have a chance to inspire someone to greatness by being a kid, by laughing, by enjoying their company. I encourage you today to make a difference in your life by being a kid. Be fun, run around, throw things. So what? So what if people think you're funny looking? Guess what? I am funny looking. So what? I have Elsie on my head. Who cares? Actually, she feels pretty good up here. So, by the way, Mandy is an incredible person. Yes, yes, she is, Alethea. And choose to live with dancing happiness every day. Thank you both for being here with me. I got to tell you, I'm having Jody on my show soon. And her book is an incredible book. I read the whole thing. It's No Filter. So think about kids, they have no filter. They don't. They come out and tell you like it is. If they don't like something, man, they're gonna tell you, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's ugly," or "I don't like that," or "That's so cool." But remember, their innocence is something we should never take advantage of. Their innocence is pure. And let's not put a filter on that innocence. Let's keep them beautiful and pure, even when that child turns out to be you. You, you have that innocence about you. And if you lost it, I'm going to suggest you pray on it, find it again. I hope that today's episode allows you, allows you to be the most amazing human. Alethea, have a great time. I'll see you there shortly. I hope that today, if you forgot that you're a child, you're God's child, be happy. Have fun. Get out there. If you forgot something, listen, I picked up the guitar. I stink at it, but I go there and I play and I train and I practice. One day I may be able to play it. I'm not sure. I got to go. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.